explain how uniqFEED works, what you do exactly?
Of course. uniqFEED is a virtual advertising company, and we have an advertising solution for sports rights holders. In simple terms, we do two things. One is we place advertising on a live broadcast where you otherwise couldn't. For example, you have those camp carpets or goal side mats right next to the goal. Instead of having them physically, we also can add them, place them into the broadcast feed, and you can geo-target them depending on where someone watches the game. The other option is we erase and replace certain objects in the stadium, again on the broadcast feed, with new content. So in the case, let's go make a Brazilian example. If Brazilian Flamengo is playing at home and they are watched in the US, we could replace the LED board signage with new content or new sponsors or new advertisers that are more tailored to the US market, for example. So those two core products that is what we have, and they generate revenue for rights holders, but also allow brands to have a more tailored and a more engaging experience for the viewers watching at home.
Oh, that's great. So, and how do you feel the demand from bookmakers to advertise it on the advertising board? So how it works?
So whenever I watch, I mean, you can see a lot in soccer. Is it like English Premier League, or is it, in Brazil, or if you watch Liga MX, you can see a lot of advertising happening or sponsorship happening by sports betting companies. So I guess our technology could extremely help sports betting companies to actually tailor their message even more accurately to the markets they are in. Let's take an example of Liga MX again. Liga MX might have advertisers that don't operate in the US, but the consumption of Liga MX in the US is massive. So they could now replace signage from the stadium with DraftKings or FanDuel that might have Liga MX as a property in their sportsbook. And it just helps to create, it helps sports betting providers just have a more tailored message and just like target a country more tailoredly.
Yeah, that's perfect, in fact. So, and is there any specific country where bookmakers are the majority? How you feel this?
I feel like China, like Asia in general, is a big market for sports betting. Like Brazil as well. Now, just recently in the US, I mean, you have certain states like New Jersey that were at the forefront, or I believe it was also Las Vegas, Nevada, that like make a lot of money, where like the government can make a lot of money with sports betting. Otherwise, you know, someone's going to bet on somewhere. So if it's internationally or nationally, if it's legal or illegal, I think it makes sense for everyone to do it, and especially in sports. Who doesn't love to bet on sports and engage with the content even more?
So, talking about sports, and you know, in Brazil we love football. So, speaking about the Brazilian market, how do you analyze it?
Well, if I think about Brazil, I think about football, soccer in Brazil, right? You have the national team that's been performing amazing. They play beautiful soccer. I personally don't necessarily follow the Serie A in Brazil, but whenever I read the news, as far as I'm concerned, there's sixth biggest competition out there in the world, which makes, in theory, a huge demand for people to watch it, and also help sports advertisers or sports betting advertisers to do even more with that marketplace.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you.